Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Sketchbook Tour. Today I'm going to be showing you my process for how it is that I came up with my latest personal piece that I made a time lapse video for uh, earlier this week, which was called The Variant Spaces. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Um, this is the original sketch in my sketchbook. Okay. Um, this is a totally different sketchbook. I have tons of different sketchbooks laying around, but this was like a sketch, and it kind of started with this one as well. It just started off as just a doodle. Sometimes that's how it is that they start out for me. They start out as like a just a little sketch, and then something about it captures my attention and makes me want to actually take it a little bit further. And what I was really thinking about is what the space of the imagination actually looks like, right? The variant space is a term that is used in the book Reality Transurfing. Whenever it talks about the imagination, that when we use the imagination, what we're doing is uh, we're actually seeing into the variant space. So it's an actual location. It's just the imagination is where all the potentialities of anything that could ever happen exists, and what we're doing is we're just viewing those. So in other words, we're not really creating anything, right? So I was thinking about that as I was drawing this, and so I had this sketch here, and it made me want to do a bigger piece for it, and so I went and I did this piece right here. This is my big original. I actually don't even know how big this thing is, but it's pretty big. You can see it next to this sketchbook. You can see how big it is. And then you can also see my other sketchbook here, which I was about to do another tour video on. But you can see this is, it's a nice size piece here. And then I took this, and I still wasn't happy with it. And I took it and put it into Clip Studio, and ended up doing another version of it, which is the digital version that you can see the time lapse for in the description box below. But yeah, just to talk a little bit about this, I'm living in Thailand right now, and one of the big inspirations that I've seen here in Thailand are like these headdresses and stuff like that Thai people wear. So I kind of had this idea of having this third eye peering through this helmet, and this figure is touching what I guess you would say is the the childlike wonder of creativity, right? He's cracking it open with the love of his craft, and then we have this king chess piece back here that's shooting this beam of light through him into this new era of his life, and it really is like mostly me coming into my understanding of what creativity is for me. I think with creativity, especially now with everybody doing their own thing online, we get very much concentrated on the end result. We get concentrated on the idea of selling the illustration or making something that's going to appease the masses or the public. But really, all those things really just distract you creatively. The core of creativity is doing something and enjoying the actual process of doing it. That's where the treasure is. And I know that sounds like some hokey self help line, but this has really rung true for me over this last year, as I've had to recover from honestly serious burnout from doing freelance work. When you do work that doesn't really mean anything to you, and you're just doing it because you need to make the money, that's it's very exhausting mentally. Whereas whenever I do these personal pieces, and I sketch in my sketchbook, it reinvigorates me. It enhances my curiosity and my interest in just art in general, and helps me put up with all of the nonsense that I have to put up with in order to do what I want to do. Which I guess isn't a whole lot, but it's just it's a different kind of path to walk than what most people are walking. So it requires a certain uh, thought process. Anyway, you guys, this is the step by step, or the process that I took to get to the variant spaces piece. I've included the full video in the description box below, so you can go there and you can watch the time lapse of that, and you can hear me talk a little bit more about my thoughts on the imagination. Uh, anyways, thanks for watching. Take care.